Hello, good afternoon, my dear students. So, welcome to the online video class session of Sociology first year. My dear students, in our last previous classes, we discussed about the Unit 1, which deals about the introduction of sociology. And in the part of that, we discussed various things. And the Unit 2, we already discussed about the basic concepts of sociology, like association, institutions, and so on. And we have discussing about the Unit 3, the culture, sociological process and institutions. So, in the part of this third unit, we discussed about what is culture, how the culture is defined by various sociologists. So, what are the elements of culture? So, these are the things we discussed. And to the continuation of that, we also discussed about the socio-cultural process like association and disassociation. And finally, lastly, we discussed about the socialization, how the concept of socialization is defined by various sociologists and what are the components of socialization. So, these are the things we discussed in our last class. So, my dear students, now to the continuation of that, within the third unit, we have to need to discuss another concept, new social institutions. What are the social institutions? So, like there are various kinds of social institutions which are directly or indirectly linked with the human beings in the society. So, like marriage, family, kinship, religion and political system. These are the institutions, social institutions. There are n number of social institutions which are directly or indirectly linked with the human life or individuals. But here, in the part of our curriculum framework, there are only 5 major institutions are given. So, like the marriage, the family, the kinship, religion, and the political system. So, these are the important social institutions. Okay, then let us discuss in detail about the social institutions. So, first of all, if we go to the introductory session of the social institutions, what is a social institution? The social institutions are the mechanism of pattern of the social order focused on meeting. So, the social needs such as social needs to the each and every individuals is fulfilled by the government, like economy, education, health care. So, these are the things we will fulfilled by personally and with the support of the social institution is the state or the political party or the elected representatives. So, like this we are fulfilling our social needs, what we need to survive in the society. So, that fulfilled by the state. So, here state is one of the social institution, but before that and individually each and every family is an institution. So, without family no one is came to the came on the earth. I mean, some of the persons don't know who are their parents. They are orphans. They are grown up in different kinds of NGOs or orphanage homes. But that is different. But the majority of the people having each and every individual having their own family. Within the family, they learn the social system and the traditions, how to love the family members and how to behave in the society, and how to behave in the family, how to respect elders and how to love the children. So, these are the things we learn within the family. So, here family is one of the main important social institution to the each and every individually at basics, at a starting point. So here directly each and every individual of the society is a member of a family. So here he was the member of a family, and he was fulfill his works, his desires by the family members or by the head of the family. And like this, as a citizen of the society, as a citizen of a particular state, he will get some kind of benefits or satisfactions or desires from the state. So here the family is one of the main important social institutions. If we discuss about the family, so family is one of the universally a social institution. All over the world, wherever you go, each and every individual has their own family. Okay, so that is why the family is not a particular concept to a particular person. It is a universally social institution. It is not particularly have some people. It is have each and every individuals have their own families. So like that is why it is a universally institution. So how, but okay, it is a universally institution, but how the family is established? How it is established? The family is established by the human society. Who are the members in the family? The human society, the family members or members of the family, the family itself is established by the human society. If I get married, so I before marriage I am a single. If I get married, I will become a couple, and if I get children, I will become a family. That is my family. So here the family is established by the human society, and the family is controlled and regulates the family life of man. It is controls and regulates the family life of man, and it means it regulates us. It regulates the individuals, how to behave, what to do, what not to do. Like this, it regulates within the family parameters, and it closely concerned with the institutions of the family, because family is not a single member. It is family is nothing but it is the combination of members, or it is a kinship, blood relations among within a particular parents, like parents and children and their grandchildren or grandparents. They are called family. So it is the closely concerned with the institution of family. Here the family and marriage are the complemented to each other. Without a family, there is, without marriage, no family. Here the concept of marriage is the gate to the family. If someone had children with illegal act, by their illegal relationships, it is not called as a family. If someone have children with legally, by getting marriage officially, then his family is respected. Okay, so like this, here the concept of marriage is the gate to the family. Then that is why Gillow and Gillow, Gillian and Gillian. So Gillian and Gillian is one of the famous sociologists. So he said that the marriage is the socially approved way of establishing family. It is the way of establishing family. That is why it is called as a gateway. Without marriage, if someone had children, the children are not have a proper identity. So, if a person have a illegal contact with other to his opposite gender, if a woman had illegal relationship with other men, or a man have a illegal relationship with other women, so these kind of relation is not get respect in the society. If they want to get respect, they have to move legally, and they have to get marriage, and they have to get children in a identified structure. So then by the concept of marriage, here according to Gillian and Gillian, it is the approved way of establishing a family. So that is why each and every individuals, either men or women, have to go legally to their sexual relationships. So then only their family is get a kind of respect in the society. And here the marriage is an institution of society which can have different implications in different cultures. So here what's happening? The marriage is a institution, no doubt, which can have different implications in different cultures. So the tribal marriage system is different from the Muslim marriage system. The Muslim marriage system is different from the Hindu's marriage system. The Hindu's marriage system is different from the Christian's marriage system. So like this, there are different implications in different cultures about the marriage. In European countries, like in Western countries, they will get a certificate. But whereas in India, according to Hindu Marriage Act, there is no legal certificates to the marriage. It is a contract by tying a thread like tali. So that is a contract. So like, even though in India, even though in Hindu culture, but some of the marriage centers are giving certificates to the marriage certificates. They issue marriage certificates. If we register our marriage in a registration office, we can get certificate. So it is approval. So like that, the marriage is a process of functions and forms made different from society to society. So that is why I said this process, the process of marriage and the process of family, these forms are different from one community to another community. We have to observe in the society. So how the tribals marriage system is different from others, how the Muslims marriage system is different from others, how the tribal relationships are different from others, and how the Muslim relationships are different from Hindus or Christians, like this. We have to observe. So then that is why the concept of family is the most important social institution within the society. So it was defined by various political and sociological and anthropological philosophers, scientists and sociologists and anthropologists. So they are given different kinds of definitions to the concept of family, but there is no universally accepted definitions to the concept of family. We should not confine definition. This is the definition. This is a curated definition to the concept of family. So that is why it is different. It is different. The family structure is different. The family system is different from one family to another family. For example, If some of the families, head of the family is the father, it is called as a patriarchal society. In some of the families, the mother is the head of the family. That kind of families are called as a matriarchal families. So, like this, there are different families. That is why the concept of the family is defined by various sociologists. So, here if we go in detail about the definitions of the concept of family, the Edward Weston Mark is defined the concept of family in his book The History of Marriage. So, he was written a book, The History of Marriage. In that book, he defined the concept of marriage, that the more or less durable connection between men and women, or male and female. Here what is saying, the more or less durable connection between male and female. It is a kind of connection, it is a kind of bond between men and women is a family. And another sociologist, Malinowski. So, Malinowski also defined the concept of the family, that he said that the contract of production and maintenance of children, the contract of production and maintenance of children. So, these are the definitions. The definitions are given by the different sociologists. Then the Robert H. Lewis, another sociologist, so he defined that marriage is relatively permanent bond between permissible mates. It is a permanent bond between the permissible mates. Here, who are the permissible mates? A man and a woman, a aged man and a aged woman. The age is decided by the state. So, they are permitted to get a kind of bond which is accepted by the society, is called a marriage. So, like this, the marriage is the gate to the family. So, that is why the concept of marriage is defined and given overall meaning to the concept of family. Then socially sanctioned sexual relationship, which involves two or more people of the opposite sex. Here the marriage is nothing but the socially sanctioned sexual relationship between men and women. It is called marriage. I already said you that if someone has maintained a sexual relationship with other than his wife or his husband, it is treated as illegal contract. But a man or a woman is maintaining a sexual relationship, a healthy sexual relationship with his own mates, it is approved. It is a approved relationship. It is respected in the society. So, this is the root of the family. Here the marriage is the root of the family. Another important sociologist, Alfred M.C. Clavey. So, he defined that marriage is the public joining together under a socially specified by some rules and regulations. So, it is the public joining together. Marriage is nothing but public joining together under socially specified regulations of a man and woman. It is also gives a kind of meaning that a kind of relationship between men and women. That kind of relationship is respected by the society, it is approved. So that is marriage. So my dear students, this is about the marriage. So if possible, we will discuss in our next class about the characteristics of marriage, the concept of marriage, how, what kind of characteristics it has. After getting marriage, what will happen, what is its responsibility. So these things we need to discuss in our next class. So my dear students, listen carefully video, and I want to say thanks to all the students who are participated in the webinar and who made it success, today's webinar on the relevance of social sciences in the job market. Okay students, bye, take care.